Yeah, morning all. So myself, I'm Vijay. I hold 14 plus years of experience. My experience includes design and development of Python and Django based applications. So well versed in implementing different Python libraries like NumPy, Pandas, Matplotlib, PyTables, URLlib. So I got experience in implementing large scale critical systems, implementing object oriented programming designs using Python and Django. So, okay. So as part of this course, I'll be covering Python core programming, Python advanced web development, and like web development. I'm just going to discuss the technologies like HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, JavaScript, Django frame. It's one of the framework given by Python, Django framework. We have got many frameworks, not only Django, we have got like Flask, Pyramid, Bottle, TurboGear, but the Django is the most important framework. It's most commonly used framework for Python. And also I'll be giving knowledge on for Python for data science. Okay. Fine. The models that we go for data science means Python is the prerequisite for learning data science, right? So that knowledge also will be getting here. So as part of today's demo, just I'm going to cover the following parts. Why Python? So already we have got many languages in the market, right? Like Java, other things with from the last 20-25 years, web applications getting created by using Java, .NET, all this. Why again Python required? And who can learn Python and what are the prerequisites for learning Python? And how Python was built and what are the features we see? And Python real-time applications. Python real-time application means what kind of applications you can build by using Python. It means today Python is used for building what kind of applications. We'll see one by one applications briefly. Python usage. Who are using Python? Which companies are using Python? And top 10 applications of Python. And Python features as compared with other programming, and Python comparison with other programming. You can just at the end of the session, I'll be taking Python code. I'll compare it with other languages. You can just observe how simple, and you can just check it lengthwise. You can check complexity wise. You can check okay how this Python code looks as compared with other programming. And reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. Python is not such a kind of technology which is recently introduced into the market, right? It was introduced almost 30 years ago. But all of a sudden, why Python is suddenly super popular? What are the reasons for why Python is suddenly super popular, right? Python scope and job market. So here Python, what is the scope of Python and job market of Python? Means before updating with any technology, you should also see that what is the scope of the technology and what is the job market of it, right? It's not like it will be just for 2 years or 3 years. It's not such a kind of technology, right? Today, if you see a lot of implementations, if you see every high-end technology using Python for its implementation, for example, data science, total implementation in Python. Like if you talk about big data, like Spark, Hadoop Spark, right? Especially Spark with Python, PySpark. And in AWS and DevOps, if you want to write some automation scripts, right, we use Python. Python is one of the best scripting language for writing these automations, right? And if you talk about IoT and robotics, uses Python for this, for writing this automation scripts, okay? Like a data science with Python, big data with Python, AWS DevOps, IoT with Python, web applications creations with Python. Web applications creations also, today a lot of web applications are getting created by using Python. So okay, as compared with other programming languages, like you may ask, already Java, .NET, all are there for developing web applications. Why again Python? Means in a rapid speed we can develop web applications using Python, and with very less coding. You can see, right? 1/4 coding as compared with other programming language. 100 lines of Java code if you write, right, the same code I can write in Python with 15 to 20 lines. 15 to 20 lines of Java code I can just write within 4 lines in Python. I'll just take a task and I'll show you that code in different languages. You can just observe, right? How means even the Python statements look like normal English statements. By reading the statements, you can analyze what happening in each statement, right? You can easily analyze. Not as complex as other programming. And prerequisite for learning Python, there is no prerequisite that you need to have knowledge like C or C++ or Java. Even without any programming or zero programming, you can just update with Python. Means the syntaxes of Python are little different as compared with other programming. So we'll be discussing everything from the scratch ground level to the advanced application oriented way, right? So there is no prerequisite, anybody can update with Python. And why Python and what is Python? So I define Python in 5 lines. It's a general purpose programming language. Multi-programming features are included in it. That's why we call Python as a hybrid language. Any kind of application you can develop using Python. High-level language and interpreted language and user-friendly programming language. User-friendly programming. So let me discuss one by one. General purpose programming. What do you mean by general purpose programming? So before Python was introduced like in 1989, I said, right? So before Python, there were some languages like Pascal, Fortran, COBOL. So these languages are purpose-based languages. They are used for specific purposes. For example, Pascal and Fortran, they are used for complicated mathematical applications and scientific applications. One is used for complicated mathematical applications, the other one for scientific applications, right? This and COBOL for business applications. Means they are used for a specific purpose, purpose-based, not for all the applications, right? But a language which is suitable for developing any kind of application, right? Such a language we call it as general purpose programming language. Python is such a kind of programming language where we can develop any kind of applications. Any kind of applications can be developed using Python, like automation applications mainly, web applications, big data applications, networking applications, gaming applications, desktop applications. In this way, wide varieties of applications can be developed using Python. It's not for a specific purpose. It's not purpose based, right? Okay. Multi-programming features are included in it. See, this Python has taken features. See, Python has taken features or advantages from one program. For example, a labor example I give for this. If you're launching a new product in the market, right? If you're launching a new product into the market, if you want to attract the customers, think that you're launching a new mobile phone, right? To attract the customers, right? What features you want to see within that mobile? The features what we see in different other mobiles, everything within a single piece, right? So it's going to attract the customers. In the same way, Python has got the features what we see in different other programming languages, everything embedded in a single, right? So Python, that's why we call Python as a hybrid language. Multi-programming features like object-oriented programming features, procedural or functional programming like C, scripting language like Linux shell script, and modular programming. See, multi-programming, what all the programming features we see in other programming languages, everything we can see in Python. Okay. High-level language. Python is a high-level language. See, generally we've got two types of languages: low-level and high-level languages. Low-level languages, high-level languages. They are categorized into two: low-level and high-level. Python comes as high-level language. Absolutely. Low-level languages like the assembly level language, or machine level language. These languages, if I talk, right, one second. So those who are in the online, right, can you please confirm once again whether my voice is clear or not?
It's clear, yeah.
Fine. Low-level languages like assembly level, they are not human understandable. They are not human understandable. And secondly, they are not portable. They are not portable, right? They are not human understandable. They are not portable, and they are machine dependent. They are machine dependent. They are not human understandable. They are not portable, and they are machine dependent. Okay. But high level languages like Python, they are human understandable, they are portable, and they are machine independent. Machine independent means they can run on all the hardwares and all the operating systems. Machine, okay, one second. Human understandable, they are portable, and they are machine independent. They can run on all the hardwares and all the operating systems. Okay, low level and high level languages. High level language like Python, so that human understandable, whatever code we write, right, they are understandable, portable, and machine independent. So Python is general, it's a general purpose programming. Any kind of applications can be developed. Multi programming features we see. It's a hybrid language, high level language, and interpreted language. Interpreted language means line by line execution happens. Line by line execution you are going to see in Python. There are two types: compilation and interpretation. Compilation and interpretation. C is compilation, C++. All this comes as compilation. Python is interpretation, means in C or C++, if you are just executing the code, right, entire program executes at once and displays the errors. In Python, statement by statement execution is going to happen. If you got error in the second line, it won't execute the other lines. If there are 10 lines, right, if you got error in the second line, it won't execute the remaining lines. But in the case of C and other programming, right, compilation, entire code will be executed. In that entire code, how many errors you got will display those errors, right? But here, interpretation, line by line execution, right, which makes the debugging very easy. Okay, fine. And user-friendly programming language or programmer-friendly programming language. Python is a programming language which provides simple syntaxes, which look like normal English statements. The syntax of Python looks like normal English statements. They are not as complex as other programming language. So I'll be just showing you the code by comparing with other language. You can just observe how simple the statements of Python looks. Understood, right? So Python is general purpose, any kind of application. It's not purpose based. Any multi-programming features, hybrid features you can see, and high level language means it's human understandable, portable, and machine independent. Interpreted language, line by line execution, user friendly, right? Okay. How Python was built and how Python was derived, right? Okay, one second. The first thing is Python has got multi-programming features. Multi-programming features. It has taken some features advantage from one programming, some other advantage from other programming. In this way, from different programming languages, it has taken the advantages of features. Okay, like functional programming, example, C language. Python has taken the features from functional programming like C language. Second, it has taken features from object-oriented programming. Example like C++ and Java. Next, it has taken features from scripting languages. Scripting languages, right? Example like Linux shell script. Shell script. And it has taken the features from modular programming. Modular programming. Like example, Modular 3. If we combine all these languages, nothing but Python. Means in using Python, we can develop varieties of applications, just like C, just like Java, just like C++, Modular 3, and we can write many scripts, automation scripts, right? If I talk about this Java language, right? Java programmers or developers are strictly restricted to use only object-oriented programming only, right? Without object-oriented programming, you cannot write a Java application or a program, right? It's compulsory to use this. But with Python, with object-oriented, without object-oriented, with functional programming, with modular programming, varieties of applications can be developed using Python. It is not restricted, right, to use only object-oriented. It can use any features. Because of this multi-feature support, Python is the mostly chosen language, even in research and development, right? Even NASA is using Python for its research and development activities. It can, because of its hybrid features. So we can use Python accordingly for object-oriented for web applications, functional programming, or this for implementing different types of applications, scripting for automation scripts, and modular programming, wide varieties of modules. Okay. So Python has got a great boom in today's market because of this. Mainly, I can say modular programming. It has got modules, the concept of modules. See, because of this modules. 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing. What is that? 89,300 inbuilt modules Python is providing for various domains. Whatever domain you are from, means generally people from different domains, from networking, from testing, from animations, from data science, from big data, or from databases, from different backgrounds, right? So whatever background you are from, Python is going to provide modules for every domain. It's going to provide models for every domain. So 1 second. For example, okay, for data science, if you're from data science background, right? Or like data science or machine learning. So here Python providing many modules. 1 second. Modules like Pandas model, NumPy model, Matplotlib model, CP model, scikit-learn model. For data science environment, Python is providing that models for plotting visualizations, many modules. So using that models, you can just visualize it, plot. Okay. Not only for this data science, for big data environment, for big data also, it is providing modules. So no need to write huge codings. Within the models, we have got some built-in functionalities. We can make use of this. Okay. For networking, if you're from networking background, so many models Python is providing for networking, or even for testing, or for test cases, for testing environment. So this is separate models Python is providing, separate modules for every domain, separate models. For big data also, Python provides separate modules. Like Pandas is the mostly used model for big data, and for networking, separate modules. For testing, separate modules Python provides. And if you're from, okay, for example, for operating system kinds of activities, for OS, provide separate modules. Python provides separate modules. And for databases, for example, for Oracle, Python wants to connect. If you're from the database background, right? Python wants to connect with database like Oracle. It is providing a model called CX_Oracle module. See, it's not as complex. For example, if you take about the other programming language like Java connecting with database, lot of knowledge is required. Drivers, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4 drivers. But Python connecting to database, right? Just 1 minute discussion is enough, right? To connect with the database. Just the, what is that module name? Connecting parameters. What is the username and password of the database using which Python can connect to database? You can perform. For example, I'll write some Python statements and execute the Python statements. Go and check in the database, the table get created. I can insert a data by writing some Python statements. Go and check in the database, it will be reflected in the database. I can retrieve the data. I can write data into database. I can perform any operations using Python, writing Python statements. Without opening the database, by writing Python statements and executing it, you can just see all that gets reflected in the database. Any database, Python supports all the major databases, Oracle or MySQL or SQL Server. For every database, Python is providing a model. For MySQL, PyMySQL is the module. For SQL Server, PyODBC is the module. So for every database, Python providing one module. We need to just import that module and you can connect to the database, and just 5 to 6 lines is enough for working with that database related operations or transaction management. Or for GUI animations, also, Python providing many modules for that environment. Many GUI applications can be created using Python. Okay, and for working with Excel files or PDF files, JSON files, JavaScript object notation files, CSV files, comma separated values files. For all these separate models, for example, I want to create an Excel file. So just by writing Python statement, write a Python script to generate an Excel file. Just by executing that Python statements, right, a Excel file gets created, Excel workbook gets created with whatever name you have specified, at whatever location you have specified, in which drive you have specified. In that drive, go and check, the file gets created. And sheet 1, sheet 2, sheet 3 will be there, right, within the Excel workbook. Multiple sheets you can create by writing Python statements. And into which sheet you want to write data, you can write the data by writing Python statements. If you execute that Python script, go and check in that Excel workbook, in so and so page, data get inserted. If you want to read data from a particular sheet of an Excel, that also you can read, write, and perform all these operations. For that, Python has got modules, separate modules like Excel RD for reading, Excel SX Writer for writing data, for creating Excel files, right? It's very simple creating files in Python, like Excel files, PDF files, JSON. PDF files also, I can create some PDF files. I can read data, I can write data into this PDF. Okay, for this PDF, the name of the model is PDF, JSON, JavaScript, key value notation, right? XML files also can be created. Okay. So Python providing models for every domain, not only for computer applications, even for other applications, electronics or civil applications also. For example, embedded systems. So Python has got separate model, even for what we say MATLAB, right? Alternative, we have got many models for that MATLAB, even for civil side, for CAD. Okay, 3D models are available. Python is providing for that CAD applications also. So using that, you can just work with those things. So 89,000 modules, I'm saying, right? Thousands of modules Python is providing. That's the reason Python is widely used in today's market, right? For developing any kind of applications. Python is used. Even if you see the high-end technologies using Python for its implementation because of these modules. For generating graphs or for even for mathematical operations, math module for maths. The name of the model itself is math, for performing some mathematical kinds of operations, right? Even for statistics, many stat models are available, Python provides. Generating graphs or reports, Python is the only programming language which can generate graphs by writing statements, right? By writing Python statements. Okay, any kind of graph you can generate: normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plots, pie graph, any kind of graph within just 3-4 lines. So in the next, for example, in the next session, I'll be showing you the sample snippets of Python, how the coding of Python looks without zero programming knowledge. Also, total all the lines you can understand. I'll show how to generate graphs in Python, right? And some other programming code you can just observe. Okay. So in this way, thousands of models, 89,300 models Python provides for various domains, right? And it's not, it doesn't seem that you need to have the knowledge about all these thousands of modules. So then you are from what domain? Based on the domain specific models you will be exploring. If you're from networking background, only the networking related models you'll be exploring. If you are from the big data science background, right, you'll be exploring only data science related models. For big data related. For databases, database related. For whichever background, the domain specific. For that, you need to have the knowledge on Python. How to work with the models, how to use the models, how to rename them, how to reload them, how to create our own modules. Everything will be learning in this course, right? How to work with the models, how to use the models, and creating our own modules. Okay, with very less coding, not huge coding, right? So the programmers or developers are getting migrated from other programming to Python because of its simple syntaxes and very less coding, right? Now, so before you update with any technology, you should know what kind of applications are getting developed in the industry today using Python real-time applications. I'll be just briefing you one by one all the various applications of Python one by one briefly. Python real-time applications. First, Python mostly used in creation of web applications. Web applications. Today, a lot of web applications getting developed using Python because Python has got some frameworks like Django framework, Flask framework, Pyramid framework, Bottle framework. Among all this, Django is the most famous or commonly used framework for developing web applications. For developing what? Web applications. Okay. So here I was just saying, like, why should I prefer Python? Why not Java or .NET? All those things. Very less coding you see in Python. In a rapid speed, you can develop web applications in Python. No need to write huge codings. Already you will be having all that code, right? Just we need to change those accordingly as per our business requirements. Okay, it has got its own application server and it has got its own database also, like SQLite 3. Okay, fine. And today, like Python mostly used in automation applications. So automation applications, Python is mostly used. See, if you talk about Java, right? Java is never preferred for automation applications, especially for, if we talk like for data science, Java is never preferred for implementing or in IoT or in AWS or in robotics. Anywhere, if you see, Java is never preferred. So if you see in the current software field, right? There are two categories. Programming, non-programming. Programming, non-programming. Developers, non-programming, administrators. So administrators, like we see categories like system administrators, database administrators, database, network administrators, right? System administrators, database administrators, and network administrators. So these administrators, they are not going to develop any code, right? They are going to provide some kind of environment to developers. They are going to provide some kind of environment to developers. And see, these administrators also, they are using Linux shell script. They are using Linux shell script. It looks complex to understand, Linux shell script. But so as compared with that Linux shell script, they are advised or they're asked to get updated with Python for writing many Python scripts, automation scripts. So even they will be using, administrators will be using Python. And even if you talk like, if anyone like working in Linux environment, right? Any flavor that you use, CentOS or Ubuntu or Red Hat Linux, whatever Linux flavor you use, by default, you see Python as a inbuilt within it. No need of any separate installation of Python in Linux environment. In Windows or in Mac, we will be installing, but in Linux, Python will be coming as an inbuilt along with the operating system, right? No need of any separate installation. So even this administrator should have the knowledge on Python for writing many Python script as compared with complex shell script. So developers, majorly two programming languages. Today, if you see in that industry, right, two major programming languages are used for developing, like Python and Java. Python and Java. So this Python and Java both are used for enterprise application creation. Enterprise application creation. We will develop many types of applications are created by using Python and Java. But apart from that, Python is not purpose based, right? Not only for this, many other applications like automation applications, big data, animations, gaming applications, networking, desktop applications, many varieties of applications can be developed. But Java is restricted to only particular applications. What you cannot do using Java means automation applications. Today, everything getting automated, right? But Java is not preferred for developing these automated applications, right? For data science, AI, artificial intelligence, right? Or in big data, okay? This not preferred, especially for Spark, big data Spark. Okay. So both for developers or this administrators means both for programming, non-programming. So today they're asked to get updated with Python for writing Python scripts in the case of administrators, and for developers, we'll be developing many applications using Python. Now, already, so automation applications using technologies like data science, using technologies like IoT, using technologies like DevOps. Okay. So here today everything getting automated, many automation applications are getting created using Python. Next, I'm going to show you, I'm just going to brief you where exactly Python is used in this IoT, DevOps, or this data science. If I talk about this IoT, right? Internet of Things. Today, everything through net, everything through internet, online banking, online shopping, online exams, online communications. Okay. Like audio, video communications, and online healthcare, everything through online, right? Okay. So here you should have seen like smartphones, you should have seen like smart TVs. You are going to see like smart cities, smart homes, and smart cities, right? You should have seen like smartphones, smart TVs. You are going to see like smart homes and smart cities. Okay, I can see IoT. What exactly is an IoT here? Where exactly Python is used in this means, see, IoT is a physical network or device embedded with software, electronics, sensors for collecting data, for exchanging data, and controlling the things from the place where you are. Okay, it is a network of networks forming a very large network. So, in a simple way, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. IoT, a simple way if I say electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other, right? For a small example, how the computation is going to be in the coming days. Many applications using IoT or artificial intelligence data science, right? Many applications are going to get created in the coming days. You see, like I was saying, electronic devices connecting and communicating with each other. A small example. Early morning, if you wake up, alarm rings, connecting to your geyser to your bed toaster to your music system, right? So in this way, they get communicated among themselves. Okay, here the coding, 90% of the coding in Python, 90% of coding in Python. And if we talk about this, where exactly Python used within this data science environment, okay. So everything deals with the data. Everything deals with the data, right? Data has got experience, data has got future reference. Using data or data science, we perform data analysis, data predictions, data classifications, data clusterings, data recommendations. So it's a blend of technique. So the main technique that we see here is ML, machine learning, right? So the main technique what we see in this data science, machine learning, right? Within that machine learning, we have got many techniques are available. ML techniques are there, machine learning techniques. We are making simple way, the name itself saying we are making the machine to learn by providing some patterns. Observe. Without entering into the technicals of this ML, right? It's not part of our discussion. Just machine learning, it is an approach where we provide some patterns, data patterns to an application based on which we make the application to predict in the automated fashion. For example, this is my application, right? I'll be providing some data or data patterns. Based on the data patterns provided, it should predict. We are making the application to predict in the automated fashion. A small example. A bank has provided loans to 1,000 customers. Out of these 1,000 customers, right, 600, they are paying the loans regularly. 400, they are not paying the loans. Now, based on this, right, based on this, I need to train my application. If I train the application, right, the application should predict to whom to approve the loans, to whom to reject the loans. Means in my application need to predict. So for that, what I will do, how I'm going to train the application in a simpler way, I will say. So here the 600 people who has paying the loans, they have got some common features. The who are paying the loans, I'm just going to extract the common features from them, right? Like their age, their income, their financial status, all those as X features. I'm grouping them as X features. All the features I'm grouping as X features. And those who are not paying the loans, I'm just grouping them as Y features. Means they doesn't have jobs, their age, everything. So using this X and Y features, just I'm going to train the application. X and Y features, I'm just going to train I'm going to provide the patterns to my application. Okay. Now the application should predict. The application should predict. Tomorrow, like 100 new customers are approached for a loan. 100 customers are approaching for a loan. Out of this 100, 30 has got X features, 70 has got Y features, right? To whom to approve, to whom to reject? To whom to approve, to whom to reject means people with X features means they are paying the loans, right? People with Y features, okay, approve the loans for this, reject the loans for this. Who is doing this? Application. How application? It is got a trained by some patterns, right? Okay, who is providing the patterns, right? So different patterns.
Sir, can you repeat once?
Yes, yes. So here, who is providing these patterns? Okay, we keep on providing the patterns. We keep on providing the patterns. Based on the patterns, the application predicts. Okay, people with the X features are paying the loans. People with Y features, they are not paying the loans. So if 100 new customers, 30 has got X features means they will be able to pay the loans, right? 70 has got Y features means the previous history or the previous data is saying that people with Y features, they will not pay the loan. So reject the loans for this and approve the loans for this. Who is doing this? Application. So application is got trained. The person who trains the application, we call him as a data scientist by providing various patterns. So this is, we have got many ML techniques. We have got many machine learning techniques available, right, for training the application. So like regression techniques, classification techniques, clustering, recommendation, pattern matching techniques. For all these ML techniques, machine learning techniques to implement, we require one language. For implement or to code, right, we should require a language. So Python is the mostly chosen or mostly used programming language for implementing this machine learning, ML, DL, okay, all this machine learning and deep learning kinds of techniques to implement. We require a language like Python is mostly used for it, where Python is providing many modules for implementing these machine learning techniques like Matplotlib for plottings and visualizations, NumPy, Pandas, CP, scikit-learn. In this way, we have got some Python modules used for data science implementations. So understood, right, everyone? So in a simple way, for data science, Python providing some modules, total implementation goes in Python, where Python providing modules. Coming back to this, right? So our Python real-time applications mostly used in web applications and in automation applications. In automation applications, mostly in data science, right? In machine learning, we have got many techniques. The techniques to implement, we require language. It's the coding, everything goes in Python in data science. In IoT also, right? Writing many out. And in DevOps or in AWS, right? So if we talk about in AWS DevOps, Python is the one of the best scripting language for writing many automation scripts within DevOps and AWS, right? Okay. So in this, for this automation applications, Java is never preferred. In for data science implementations or for writing automation scripts, Java is never preferred. And apart from this, about what are the various other applications where Python is mostly used? Means in big data applications. In big data applications, right? 1 second. Just for 2 minutes, I discuss where exactly in big data environment Python can be used. So the name itself saying big data, huge volumes of data. You should have seen like KBs of data. See how the data is getting stored currently. KBs of data, MB, GB, gigabytes, terabytes, petabytes, exabytes, zettabyte, etabyte, sotabyte, so on, right? So from TB, we say it's a big data, huge data generation from TB. Okay, you should have seen KBs of data, MBs of data, GBs, or even TBs of data. You should have seen. Do you think a petabyte or exabyte of data is it getting generated in the current real world? 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. So if petabytes or exabyte of data is it getting generated, examples of that petabytes or exabytes of data generation. If you see like currently, take any banking sector, right? SBI or HDFC. In a city, you see hundreds of branches. Within the entire state, thousands of branches for SBI, right? Entire country, lakhs of branches. In each branch, again, millions of customers, right? Each customer making multiple transactions per hour, per day, per week, per month, per year. Each and every transaction need to be stored, right? Huge data getting generated. Okay, forget about it. Everyone are aware about FB, Facebook, right? It has got users not only within the country, entire world, right? So millions and trillions of users for Facebook. In a minute, how many posts and videos are getting circulated? In a minute, what is the data generated by Facebook? Not in MB or GB, right? Terabytes, TBs or petabytes. So not only Facebook, right? We have got many applications which generates data in petabytes. We have got many applications generating.
Yes, sir. 100 petabytes for even Google also, sir.
Yes. So if I talk about only 1 minute transaction, I'm talking about 1 minute. In a minute, you can, there are some applications which generate huge data. In a minute, how many FB posts? What is the data generated by Facebook posts? Or if I talk about it, Twitter tweets keeps on generating, right? And if I talk about, yes, Google, today everyone querying in the Google, right? What is the data generated by Google in a minute for millions and trillions of customers? And today everyone creating your own videos, right? And uploading in the YouTube videos upload, right? What should be the storage capacity of YouTube for storing all this? What is the data generation of YouTube in a minute? Or if we talk about email or Gmail messages, millions and trillions of users using this email or Gmail, right? Email messages, what should be the storage capacity of it? Or just now I was talking about the bank transactions within the entire country, lakhs of branches, millions of transactions, huge data getting generated, right? Bank transactions. Or if we talk about this telecom transactions, okay? Or if I talk like e-commerce websites like Flipkart or Amazon, right? Huge data is getting generated from all this, right? Not in MBs or GBs, huge data. So for this, if I talk like Google generating more 1,000 petabytes per month, and an average 1 petabyte equal to 1024 TBs. It is, and an average it is generating more than 1,000 petabyte per month and an average. So for this, we have got many big data tools are available. Big data.
Sir, for YouTube, we can use for 12 hours 256 GB, sir.
Yeah. So I'm just giving an example, right? Huge data, many applications. Not only this, we have got many applications which generate huge data per day or per week, whatever it is. So we have got some big data like Hadoop and Spark, right? So for implementing this big data, tools like Hadoop and Spark, we have got some languages like Scala language, Python language, right? So for implementation of these technologies, we have got languages like Scala language, Python, especially Spark, a very high speed processing technology, right? Where huge data, it can process within quick time in minutes or seconds, like petabytes of data, right? For Spark, implementation goes in Scala and Python. Spark with Python, right? PySpark. So I'm saying like where Python is used within this big data environment, which like we have got a Spark technology, right? It's an execution model where implementation goes using a language Python. We call it as PySpark. And apart from this, where Python can be used, apart from this, in web applications, automation applications, big data applications, in scientific and numerical analysis, scientific applications. We have got scientific model like NumPy model for numerical analysis. And apart from this, Python is mostly used today for game development. Python mostly used for game development. Lot of games, single user, multi-user online games are getting developed using Python. Especially for game development, Python providing a framework called Pygame. Pygame is a framework given by Python especially for game development. Not only like Pygame, we have got frameworks like PyChara. These are the two frameworks given by Python for game development. And we have got many 3D rendering libraries for game development like PySoy. Okay. And Python also used for graphical user interface, GUI or animation applications. So many GUI or animation applications can be developed today by using Python. we have got a module called TK intermodule and PyQt for developing this graphical applications using Python. And Python is also used for testing our test cases. And like we have got Airflow for it, and for networking applications, for network programming or for network applications. For network applications, Python is providing a framework called Twisted Python. It's a framework given by Python especially for network programming. And Python is also used for software development. Is also used for software development. And even if we talk like software developers use Python as a support language for business applications. Python is one of the best choice for developing e-commerce systems, e-commerce websites. And one of the hottest application of Python, like database applications can be created, database applications. Desktop applications, single user console applications can be created by using Python. Web scraping. For web scraping means scraping data from different websites, harvesting data or extracting data from different websites. We have got models like URLlib model for extracting data from different websites. Audio or video applications. Audio or video applications. So Python is also used for developing this audio video applications. Some applications which already developed like Team Player, like CPlay, these are the some applications built by using Python. And I also said not only for these computer applications, if you go for electronics, for civil environment also, we have got Python supporting how many modules? 89,300 inbuilt modules, right? For various domains. So even if I talk about embedded applications, the most famous embedded application developed, which is using Python scripting, Raspberry Pi. It's one of the famous application there which using Python script. Computer vision. For computer vision, right? For face detection, color detections, this Python is used, right? And for data analysis. For data analysis. For generating reports, graphs, right? Any type of graphs, as I said, normal graph, bar graph, histogram, scatter plot, stack plot, pie graph, any type of graphs. Okay, so Python mostly used in automation applications, web applications, big data applications, scientific, game development, for graphical or animation applications, for testing or test cases, for networking applications, for business applications, database, for desktop applications, web scraping, audio, video, embedded, and computer vision. Okay, fine. So the top 10 applications using Python, right? Are the companies using Python. Companies using Python are the top 10 applications developed by using Python. Who are using Python today, right? Other. Google using Python for its web search systems. YouTube is using Python for its video sharing service. Yahoo is using Python. Instagram uses Python. It's one of the applications built by using Python, Instagram. Uber uses Python. So an algorithm is implemented for Uber. Uber pricing algorithm is implemented, and total implementation goes in Python. Spotify. Quora, Reddit, Maya. Maya, a powerful 3D animation which uses Python scripting API. Just like Photoshop or Flash, even we got Maya, a 3D animation which uses Python scripting API. MMOG, right? Massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games. Massively multiplayer online games, right? Okay. iRobot for military and commercial applications, okay, with Python. Iron Port email server, Iron Port email server product. It uses more than 1 million lines of Python code for doing its job. Companies like IBM, Seagate, Qualcomm, all this, they use Python for hardware testing. Hardware testing. Companies like IBM, Qualcomm, Seagate, they use Python for this. These are some of the examples like which are used Python explicitly. Okay. So what are the applications with what different types of applications? So now if you're from non-programming background or zero programming background, right? Just now see this Python comparison with other programming. Python comparison with other programming. Okay. Now I will take a task, a small task I will take, and I'll try to implement in two different languages, right? So I was just saying like two major programming languages today, like Python and Java. See, if you go back like 10 to 15 years back, right? So if I talk about Java, nearly the percentage of usage of Java in the industry, like it was 43%. 43% used. If I for example 2010 or 2012, at that time Python usage 4%. Java was 43% used. Python was just 4% used in the industry in 2010. Java currently 19% used in the industry. If I talk about the 2020 is completed, right? Java, Python 31% used. Into the, okay, I'll just show you some graphs. I'll just show you some, you can just see, I'll open Google and show you some graphs, right? The percentage of usage of different technologies in the market. So which one is mostly used and which one is the number one ranked programming language in the industry currently, right? So I'll just show you in the Google, right? So Python 31% used now. Still it is growing, it is increasing. Many models Python is providing, right? So the usage of Python is increasing year by year, right? Fine. So I'll just take a small task right now. I'll just going to implement in two different languages, which are mostly used, Python and Java. You can just observe the coding in both the languages, right? And I was saying like Python statements look like normal English statements. Okay? A small task, accepting two values from the user keyboard. From the user keyboard and performing addition, right? I want to just take two numbers and I want to perform addition of those two numbers using this Python and Java. First, I'll just try to I'll write it using Java. So if you've got knowledge in Java, you can just go to the following code using Java. I'll just show you an execute in Python also. I'll just show you an execute that, right? So import java.io.star. Class sample. I'm using like input stream reader. Input stream reader ISR equal to like new input stream reader. System.out.println. Enter the first number. The whatever number you are entering is taken as string format S1. Br dot read line. Whatever string, enter the first number taken as string, convert to integer type using a method called integer dot parseInt. Every statement ends with semicolon in Java. So I'll repeat these 3 lines for the second number also. Fine. Enter the second number. String S2 br dot read line. Integer dot parseInt of S2. Okay, so this is the coding in. Okay, finally I need to say that system.out.println, system.out.println I plus j. So that's it. I'll just copy this code to a separate notepad. Paste it, save it. I'm creating a folder. Okay. Okay, I'm creating a folder, right? Python demo 10. Within this, I'm saving it as sample.java. Okay, fine. Go to the command prompt and just try to execute this code. Cd slash my in which folder? Python demo 10, right? Java C sample.java. I'm compiling this. If any errors to display that no errors. Java sample, right? Enter the first number 10, enter the second number 20. The sum is what? That. This is what that coding and execution in Java, right? So here, if you observe this Java code, once observe this Java code, right? Nearly 10 to 12 lines. 10 to 12 lines of code. I don't know how many of you have understood this Java code. Means you need to understand, you need to have some basic knowledge of Java, right? Otherwise, it looks complex to understand this. What is a class? What is public static void main? What is input stream reader? What is buffer reader? What is read line? What is integer dot parseInt, right? It's complex to understand if you doesn't have the Java knowledge, right? The same task I'll just implement in Python. So you have got 10 to 12 lines, right? I'll just write the same code, not more than 3 lines in Python. Okay. So just I'll open IDLE, Integrated Development Environment for Python. Python shell opens, right? Python shell is open. This is what the Python file, new file. I'm creating a new Python file. So just observe this Python statements for the same task. X value I want, input it, enter value of X, enter value of X from the keyboard. Y equal to input, enter value of Y, enter value of Y, right? Value of X, value of Y. Print X plus Y. That's it. This is the coding in Python. For the same task, no need to write all the unnecessary statements like Java, like a class, public static void main. So to just to say hello in Java, 4 statements required. In Python, directly say print hello in one statement. No need to write all those. See, in Java, it's compulsory, right? Writing these statements. Where it went. This first of these 3 statements are compulsory in Java, right? And next you want to write whatever logic, but in Python, whatever you want to write, just say print hello or input enter value of X. Whatever value you are entering, right, that will be taken by X. Enter value of Y, print X plus Y. So I said the Python statements look like normal English statements. Can you understand these statements or not? Easily understandable, right? What happening in each statement? Enter value of X in first line, enter value of Y in second line, X plus Y in third line. The same way the Python statements look. So in the next session, I said, right, in the next session, I'll be showing you more snippets of Python so that you can understand without any knowledge of Python. Also, you can understand this Python statements I'm saying. I'll be showing you some coding examples next session to make you understand some graph generation, generating graphs using Python, X coordinate and Y coordinates, visualizing, right? Some examples I'll show you without zero knowledge of Python. Also, you can understand the statements of Python I'm saying, right? So where Python providing, I'll just give you the knowledge of the importance of modules. Python has got great boom because of this modular programming or modules, where Python providing 89,000 modules, right? Save any name, sample.py. I'm just saving with the name sample.py. Now run this, run module. But 1 second, before I run, in Python also, just like Java, enter value of X means whatever value you are entering from the keyboard, it will be taken as string. We need to convert to integer. In Java, integer.parseInt is there, but in Python, just to say int. That's it. Simple syntax, typecasting. Int of, that's it. This is the code. Means why I have kept this int means input a value of X means if you are entering any value, it will be by default, it takes as string in any language. If you are inputting any value, right, it will be taken as string. So to convert to integer, I want int type. Run module. Enter value of X 10, enter value of Y 20, sum is what? 30. Understood? Very simple syntaxes and very less coding, right? Okay. One more example. In C or Java, you got arrays, right? You know array of elements. But here in Python, see how simple that defining elements, list of elements, like for example, 30, 10, 20, 50, 40, right? I got list of values. Print X prints all the elements. If I want to know how many elements, right? len, len of X, length of that list, number of elements. Len of X means what? 5. Len of X means number of elements, length of X. For example, if I want the sum 30 plus 10 plus 20 plus 50 plus 40, right? In other programming like C or Java, first you will define initial sum equal to 0. You will iterate it using for loop, right? One by one element you will add to the sum. Finally, you will return that. But in Python, directly you can say like print I want the sum of that, which list? X list. Means sum of X means all these elements sum it is going to return. What is the sum? Observe this. 150. Sum of all the elements. Length is what? 5. Number of elements. So no need to write huge codings. We have got built-in functions. Print is one built-in function of Python. Len, sum. In the same way, we have got many. For example, print max. If I want to find the maximum element of that list, what is that? 50. If I want to know the minimum element, right? But in other programming, you need to write codings, comparing the first element with the remaining elements one after the other, and you need to loop it. Max of X. For example, sorting techniques are there. If I want to arrange all the elements in a ascending order or sorted order, right? Sorted of X. What is that? Sorted of. Yes. Yeah. Any query?
Hello? Yeah. Oh, in case
Any queries asked? Here, yes. Okay, I'll just come back to that. So, okay, sorted of X. It arranges all the elements in a sorted order, right? Run a run module. Answer 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, right? So you are asking if you want to have some decimals, 20.5, 30.4, right? Observe, run module. So first 10, next 20.5, 30.4, 40, and 50. List is heterogeneous. Both anything is allowed. Integer you can have, float you can have, string you can have, anything. But in array, right, only one homogeneous, right? But in a list you can have integer, float, even strings you can have, right? Anything. So it allows. Okay. So if I want in descending order, this is an ascending order, right? If I want in descending order, no need of we doesn't have any separate function for it. Same sorted function only. Sorted of X only, but it comes in ascending order, right? The result comes in ascending order. The ascending order result, if you reverse it, you will get in descending, right? Ascending order means from small to big, right? If you reverse it, you will get a big to small, right? So just to say reverse equal to true. By default, it will be false. You should make it to true. That's it. Now you will get in descending order, right? Okay, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, right? So this is in descending order. So it's this is what the Python statements, how they look. I am just giving some examples, right? So many built-in libraries are functionalities. And one more thing, in what you see in Python, what you are not able to see in other programming language means Python supports interactive mode. Interactive mode means I can interact with Python statement by statement, just like how you message to your friend, right? You'll be getting response in the same way. Statement by statement, I'll be getting response from Python, right? See, at the bottom search panel, CMD command prompt. Go to the command prompt, type Python here. Whenever I type Python version, it will be displayed and Python will be opened. Can you see these 3 arrow symbols here? So here you can write any valid Python statements and interact with it. 4 plus 5, I'm asking it. 5 into 7. So in Python, no need to give like int x or float y or string like that. Directly we say like x as 10. No need to say int x or int y equal to 4.5 like. Directly x as 10, y as 5. What is the x value? It says 10. What is the y value? It says. What is x plus y value? X minus y. What is x into y? It gives the response for every statement. X to the power of 3 means nothing but 10 to the power of 3. That is 1000. Power means double star. Single star means multiplication. X equal to hello. X into 3 prints hello for 3 times. X into 5. So any valid Python statements prints hello for 5 times, right? Any valid Python statements you can type and you can interact with it statement by statement. So I was just showing you how the coding of Python looks as compared with other programming. Very simple and easy syntaxes, right? Now, I was just asking you, right, from the discussions what we had from the last 1 hour. Now, try to brief me about the reasons why Python is suddenly super popular. And reasons which makes Python suddenly super popular, right? Why it is suddenly super popular means first one, see most of the programmers, developers from the other environments, they are migrating towards Python because of its very simple and easy syntaxes. Very less code. First thing is what? Very less code. Very less code. Second is what? Simple and easy syntaxes. Simple and easy syntaxes. Multi-programming, hybrid features, multi-programming features. Means what all the programming features you see in different other programming languages, everything you can see in Python. Multi-programming features. Hybrid features. Hybrid Python has got what? Hybrid features. Next, just now.
Sir, what is syntaxes?
Simple and easy syntaxes means statements. See, general format. Python has got some syntaxes, right? We need to follow the same, right? What are the Python statements providing? It looks very simple and easy, just like English, normal English statements. Syntaxes means Python is going to provide you some predefined formats, predefined or built-in formats. We need to follow the same formats, right? So which looks very simple and easy, I'm saying. Simple and easy formats. And interactive mode. Interactive mode. You can easily communicate, means you can statement by statement, we can just communicate with Python. Interactive mode. And many built-in features. Many built-in features. Libraries, I can say. Many built-in libraries are features or functions. Just now I was showing you like sum, max, min, sorted, all those. And wide varieties of applications. Wide varieties of applications. Wide varieties of applications. Means just now I was briefing you, right? Automation applications, big data applications, animations, game development, desktop applications. So wide varieties of applications can be developed using Python. Python is not purpose based, not for a particular purpose. Any kind of application can be developed by using Python, except one. Python has got a limitation also, right? So I'm not saying like Python is great always over Java. Python has got some limitation over Java. I can say like 2 limitations. Python, I'm saying like using Python, you can develop any kind of applications, but there are some applications which you cannot develop, right? Like Python is very less used in mobile applications. Python is very less used in mobile. That is one. And I'm not saying like every time Python is great over Java, but Java is faster than Python. What is that? Java is faster than Python. Python is slow. It is what statement by statement. In what is what interpretation is going to happen. Python is an interpretation language. Statement by statement execution you are going to see. But apart from that, everything is fine. Python very less coding, simple, many modules for different environments, right?
Yes,
So,
sir, that is true.
Yes. Okay. Fine. So reasons why Python is suddenly super popular: very less coding, simple and easy syntaxes, multi-programming, interactive mode, many built-in libraries, wide varieties of application. Now, I was even saying you, right? Just I go up. Java 43% used. Now, what is the usage of Java? 19. Python 31%. I'll just open Google and show you some graphs, right? 1 second. The usage of Python in the industry. So Python has got many applications, right? If you see these various applications like in automation applications, web applications, scientific applications, gaming applications, GUI applications, network applications, business applications, database applications, embedded applications. So which makes Python as one of the best programming language, and Python is named as the #1 ranked programming language. Now, if you see in the current industry, Python stands first as the #1 ranked programming language in the industry, which has got diversified number of applications, right? More widely used or mostly used in various applications development. You see, just see popular coding language. For example, popular coding language in 2020, total year is completed, right? First, you'll see popular coding language in 2020. See, just observe this. Top 10 programming languages. Top 10 program. Which one is the first one? Stands. Python stands one as the #1 rank, right? So ranking wise, if you see, there is some language rank given, right? So ranking wise, if you observe, right? Observe this. Rank, which is the #1 rank? Python. Next stands Java, JavaScript, the other things, right? So ranking, Python stands first. See, just now I was saying, right? Python, Java. See here, Python, web applications, desktop applications, many applications. Mobile symbol is not there. Mobile symbol is missing, right? But all that C, Java, all they can be used for mobile applications. But still, Python is the #1 rank because except that remaining any other applications can be developed using Python. Now, if you observe, right, percentage, what is the percentage of usage of Python as compared with other programming? Can you see this graph? The big circle, Python 31%, I said, right? Java, you see, what is that? 19%. C++ 9.8%. C 6.1%. Ruby, JavaScript 6.5. So in this way, Python is the a very big, mostly used in the industry currently. Ranking by average salary and number of job openings, right? Python stands first even for this ranking by average salary. Python stands first. And for volume of job openings, Python has got the more number of job openings as compared with other. And if you observe, Python remains most popular programming language. Python stands first. Next to Java, JavaScript. Most popular programming languages used by top 25 unicorns. Python first, next to Java, next to JavaScript, other languages. So everywhere you see that Python is the #1 ranked programming language widely used in the industry. Today, the usage of Python you see here. The most popular programming language, Python first, next to the usage of Java, and here C#. And if you see from the last 4 years, how this Python, see this dark blue color, 2017, right? Orange color, 2018, hash color, 2019, and this light blue color, 2020. Even 2021, 22, you will see more increase of Python, right? If you see Java in 2017, 2018, little decrease. 2019 again increased. Means increase, decrease, you see it's not stable, right? Python, most popular programming, Python stands first, right? So this is what related to this demo of Python. So hope everyone have understood why Python, who can learn Python, how it was built, what are the type of applications we can develop. Okay, who are using and how these Python statements look and why Python is suddenly super
Sir,
popular. Yes. Yeah.
sir, can I ask your background, sir? Like how you
Regarding.
got to know about Python, sir? Like how you learn?
Okay. Fine. Okay, I'll come back to this, all your queries, right? Just let me before I start with your queries, right? I'll just demonstrate like what is going to be discussed as part of this course. So certificate program in full stack Python core programming, advanced and web development. We use like I'm going to even discuss like for creating web pages, right? Apply HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, and Django Python for data science. See this course content. Python core advanced development, Python for data science and project. So the last nearly I'll be spending last 1 month for project. 1 month I'll be discussing on project. So training material one by one and so Python core programming, Python basics, what is Python, why Python, applications, features, advantages, versions, installations, flavors, okay, comparison, right? And Python operations. So I'm going to show you how to run this Python code in different environments. In real time, we go for IDEs like PyCharm, Komodo, Spider, Eclipse, NetBeans, Jupyter, okay. Anaconda distributions, how to run this Python code means step by step. I will be showing you that how to download, how to install, how to run the code, and how to execute the step by step. There are some occasions I'll be asking you to bring your laptop and work parallelly along with me on some installations, complex installations, other things. But when applications creations using Django, right, framework, every application you will be developing along with me parallelly. For Python core advanced, not required, but when we are developing applications using Python, web applications, interactive applications, I'll be showing you like 25 to 30 applications. Every application you'll be doing parallelly. Once everyone got the output right, we'll be going to the second application. And if anybody facing any problems or issues, right, they'll be sharing the screen. I can see that screens, right? Everyone who are in the online offline, you'll be sharing the screen. And if you got any error stuck up anywhere in any, so step by step, step 1 2 3 4 in this way, like we'll be having some 15 steps or 20 steps for this application development. Every step we'll be discussing simultaneously going along with me. That is hands-on for and it's a demo session, right? I didn't had much interaction, but normally from the sessions we'll be having interactive sessions. I'll be expecting interactive sessions from you. Means whatever Python statements I'll be typing, right, you'll be giving response, what will be the expected result or output. Whether your answers are correct or wrong, you'll be keep on responding. I want the sessions to be not like I'm just saying and speaking for 1 hour and going off. So it will be the sessions will be interactive. It's a totally practical subject, not nothing theoretical. Everything I'll be showing the executions. Each and every code. I'm not going to bring any kind of pre-written code and just explaining it, right? So just I'll be typing everything here and I'll be saying statement by statement. Okay. So and even you will be getting command and on this Python, right? Even assignments and tasks will be provided. Every Friday, I'll be giving some assignments and tasks to work with. So using this assignments also, you'll be learning that course subject, right? It's not like whatever you are doing here in the class, just typing the same thing. It won't work. We need to write your own codes. So at the end of that course, right, if you attend any interview, you need to crack it in that way. So even you will be having some 4 assessment tests during this course, mostly asked questions, interview questions, right? You'll be writing the same, right, assessment test. Each test will be of 50 questions, 4 tests, 200 questions, right? So mostly asked questions, everything will be there in that, so that you can attend it. So here you can go through this syllabus, right? Python basics, Python operations like modes, iterers, data types, constants, type conversions, Python operators in Pythons, various operators, Python IDEs. how to work with different IDEs, various IDEs like Anaconda, PyCharm, Jupyter, Spider, all this, right? Flow control statements, strings in Python, and discussion on string indexing, string slicing, string functions, string
Sir,
method.
what is Python ID?
IDE, integrated development environment. Integrated development environment means in real time we use IDEs. Where will you run your code? Where will you execute the code, right? So what are the IDEs used for different environments? Use different IDEs. For data science, Jupyter Notebook is preferred. Spider is preferred. And for typical web applications using Python, PyCharm is preferred. So in this way, we have got some IDEs: Spider, Jupyter, PyCharm, Komodo, Eclipse, NetBeans, right? So I'm going to give you that knowledge, or I'm going to give that downloading installation process of all these IDEs. Tomorrow, if you go to any environment like data science or big data, or even in Python, you got the idea, knowledge on working on all the IDEs, right? So step-by-step process, I'll be showing you downloading and installation of those IDs and executing and running those code, right? All those IDs. Strings in Python and Python collections like lists, list. We have got, I'll be discussing about the collections for nearly 1 week to 10 days. List operations, list properties, list indexing, list slicing, list functions, list methods, list addresses, nested lists, modifying a list. So a lot of discussion on these lists, right? And tuple operations, their indexing, their functions, methods, addresses, set operations, dictionary operations, functions in Python, different categories, different arguments, default, non-default, keyword, non-keyword, and the different types of functions like lambda functions, filter function, map function, reduce functions, modules in Python, modular programming. Because of this modules only I said Python has got great boom, right? What is a module? What it concerns? Different types of modules, renaming a module, reloading a module, types of imports, normal import from import, aliasing, and packages in Python. Collection of modules, we say it as packages, introduction to packages, and errors and exceptions in Python. Different types of errors, how to handle them, and exceptions in Python. File handling in Python means how to read data from a file, how to write data to a file, performing different operations on a file, right? File handling. And object-oriented programming concepts. So object-oriented programming concepts in brief: class, object, inheritance, polymorphism, okay, with simple and easy syntaxes. Static, non-static variable, constructor, destructor, garbage collector, okay, and some advanced modules in Python like regular expressions, extracting data from required data, and Python database connectivity, and I'm going to show you the installation process of one database. If you doesn't have any database, right, I'll be showing you one database installation, how to download and how to install one database, and how to connect to the database, right, using Python, performing various operations, transaction management, okay, and Python data and time related applications, operating system related module, and advanced concepts like Python iterator, generator, closer, decorator, and how to work with Excel files, Excel workbook, inserting and writing, GUI applications, graphical applications, data analytics. Okay, and apart from this related to Python core and advanced Python language. Next, for web development, you need to have knowledge of some technologies, right, before you go with the actual framework of Python. So like web development, we have got like HTML. I'll be giving you the knowledge on HTML, CSS, Bootstrap, SQL, JavaScript. Okay, before we go with Django, that is the framework of Python for creating web applications. Already you know how to create a web page using HTML, CSS. I'll be giving the introduction to Django, web frameworks, and Django applications creation, and Django views, Django templates, installation, Django project architecture, admin, Django models, advanced concepts. Okay, and Python used for data science. What are the modules? Like Matplotlib for plottings and visualizations, Pandas for groupings and aggregations, and everything in brief. Pandas environment setup, Pandas series, Pandas group by, Pandas data frame, Pandas panel, Pandas missing data, and pandas group by merging, concatenation, visualizations, and NumPy module also. Introduction, it's ND arrays, array attributes, everything, right? Okay. So everything in brief. So for only for Python core advanced, 80 to 100 hours will be taken. Only for Python core advanced programming, everything in brief. Nearly 250 plus code examples will be covered, right? So with that, you will be getting great command on this Python. So even if you go for any certifications in Python, you can just go to that. Okay. So many examples as I'm providing, right? Even some separate sessions for the certification programs I'll be taking, briefing you about the certifications in Python. Right. And totally, like for all this entire full stack, right? Totally 180 hours will be taken for all these applications, creations, everything. And for only for Python core advanced, right? Like 80 hours to 100 hours I'll be taking with 2 months to 2.5 months, 2 months. And the remaining things, web development, Django framework, and Python for, and last um, 25 to 30 days I'll be spending on this project. Means I'll be showing you that how to do that and how to create the project folder, application folder, starting the server, giving the request response, architecture, MBT architecture will be following, right? All those will be discussed, right? Understood. Everyone have understood this, right? What is Python and what I'm going to discuss. Fine. As said, there will be 4 assessment tests, and every week some assignments will be provided. I'll be providing the solutions later. Okay. After I give the assignments, next week I'll be giving the solutions for it. We'll be having 1 week time to work with the assignments, right? And both the online and offline sessions both are available parallel, right? Even if you're, for example, every session is video recorded. Even if you are absent for 1 or 2 days because of some ill health or because of some office works, right? So even you can go through the video, right? That day session video is recorded, right? That you can go through. Clear notes will be provided for each and every topic to your mail IDs. For example, the topic gets completed, that entire notes of the topic will be forwarded. And every day, you'll be getting that recorded video also, right? Fine. Any other queries from your side? And a Monday, it's like day after tomorrow, see more on this Python. You can attend the session on Monday, right, at 10 o'clock in the morning. So we'll be seeing why, because everything I cannot discuss the single day. So even some topics I went little bit fast, I hope, right? Everyone are understandable. So on Monday, I'll be showing you some more things, some more on this Python. So some sample coding snippets of Python and the other things I'll be showing you Monday at 10 o'clock. Okay. Any queries from your side? Anyone?
What are the timings? 10 to 1:30?
No. 10 o'clock to 11:30 it goes. Starting day, right? For the first 5 days, 6 days, it goes for 1 hour. Okay. Later will be for 1.5 hour. 1.5 hour. This I'll be discussing the class. If later we can practice it, right, for with assignments and tasks. So generally, yes, I can give you a GUI application for that. For core and advanced, I can give a GUI based application. And for this total web application, web-based project for this Django, right? You need to have the knowledge on this Django framework for creating a project in Python. Especially, there are 2 categories of people who learns Python, right? Currently, if you see, there are 2 categories of people learns Python. First category is they'll update with Python core and advanced, right? Without going to the framework. The first category of people means those who wants to go to the learning Python and wants to implement that Python in data science, big data, or networking testing, or in AWS DevOps for writing scripts. Second category of people is who wants to have a career in Python itself. Who wants to have a career in Python itself. They need to get updated with that framework, right? Django and that web development, right? Okay. So if you want to write certification means from you will be having some fees for that, right? Means not from Digital Nest. Means if you want Microsoft certification, right? You need to there is a site, right? I'll just give you the site details, right? You can just go through, and it's an exam you need to write. So like they'll be providing the exam will be from Microsoft. So they'll be providing some 40 questions, 45 minutes will be the time duration, no negative marking, 70% will be the pass mark. So only they'll be testing with the core parts of the Python, not even advanced concepts, right? So the core fundamentals, how you are, they'll be testing you, right? Okay. Microsoft Technology Associate, that will be given to you, right? Once you get through or pass through it. Okay. Fine. For that, I'll be just taking sessions on that. Later, I'll be briefing you about how to go approach for it, right? Yeah. So the timing of that course will be at 10 o'clock daily. Okay. Daily it will be at 10 o'clock. It starts at 10 o'clock. If you anyone, if you are not good at the timings, right? Okay. The next batch also will be started, right? But as of now, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Sir, evening.
So evening means if more number of students preferring in the evening means we will just go through it, but for less people we cannot, but we will see that. So you'll be getting a call, we'll be discussing. So our team is there, Digital Nest team, they'll be having a talk with you regarding the timings, other things. If you have got anything, you can just discuss with them regarding the timings, if anyone, right? So if many students are preferring in the evenings, not like, but as of now at 10 o'clock, a batch is going to start. So you can discuss related to the timings, fees, everything. You can have the discussion with that. So they'll be giving a call to you, right? Okay. And any other queries? So Monday at 10 o'clock, you can attend, right? More you can see on this Python. Fine. Any more? So I said as today, it's a demo session. Totally, I was speaking about Python, all those things. But once we start with the practical parts, everything is practical. Everything I'll be showing you and typing, right? The sessions need to be interactive. I need to get response from you, right? Both sides. No, for the basic Python, for the core Python, not required because you can practice at home. That will be very simple and easy. As I'm saying, Python statements look simple and easy, right? But later in advanced concepts or in applications creations, right? I'll be asking you to bring wherever, because when you do parallel along with me practically, then you will understand much better instead of just watching that session, right? So wherever installations are there, step by step, I'll make you do the installation in the, those are in the online or offline, you will be doing parallelly along with me. The installations or applications creations, those things. But for the basic the programming or Python core programming, it's not required. But if you bring also not a problem, you can do parallelly along with me if you have work. Okay? And we have also got one app, Digital Nest app is there. Okay, 1 second. It will be demonstrated by. Just give me a second. So now we have got a Digital Nest tab where we can see the material videos and even for applying for the jobs, right? Job placements related things also. App Digital Nest app is there. You can everyone, all the students will be given one login ID and password, right? You can enter into that and you can just go through, view, access it, and also apply for the job from that site. Okay. So that.
Hello all, good morning. I'm Avita. I'm the course coordinator.
Yeah.
This is a screen from wherein you can see app.digitalnest.co. This access will be given to all our students, and the username and password will be provided. Once you log in, you can check the details here, like you can create your profile here by entering your details like name, email ID, phone number, and you can also upload your resume here. You need to upload your details here. And then from here on, you can see also the jobs which are available from our end. Like say example, here I'll type Python, and you will see what all openings available in Python as of now. So you can click on this and you can see the job description, you can see the location, you can see the salary bracket, you can see the contact details, you can see the eligibility criteria here. All the details are available here, and from here on, if you click on apply now, your resume will be sent to the company, and the company will follow up once they get your resume by calling you or by emailing you. So 100% assistance is provided from us, and this access will be given once you join, and you can check all the openings available through Digital Nest. So after the session, we will get back to you with the feedback, and we will call you. So have a good day. Thank you.
Okay, so here this is the app where you can see about the course material, course videos, everything. Also, you can just check it here, and any other details related to the certificates or anything related to jobs or placements, everything this app will be given for every student. Okay, fine. So any other queries apart from this? Right?
For a question, it is easy to get after the certification of this course, because usually in data science and the machine learning assay, they do not have pressure solution. They ask for some hands-on experience. In case if we are doing this certification,
So once again,
how
if for,
easy or how hard it will be for an individual to get a certification.
so for freshers, even you can just check, right, Python jobs in Google, right? There are many jobs for freshers and for experience, both of them. Why? Because if you see Python, it's a technology which was introduced 30 years back. But if you see how many of them has got updated with Python, see for every BTech individual, right? They know about Java. From the last 20 years, 25 years, everyone who came out of the BTech, right? They know Java, right? But recently Python is introduced in the BTech environment, right? Very less people you see in Python, and that too who has got great command in Python, we see very few people, right? As of now, the competition is very less in Python. More jobs are more, even that the people who knows Python are very less. But if you see 1 year or 2 years from now, right? Even for Python, the competition gets increased. Understand? So those who have got command in Python, definitely they can get a job, right? It's very easy. Command on that entire Python. And Python, I'm saying like huge codings and big complex syntaxes you're not going to see, right? It looks very simple and easy. But even for a entry level persons also who are got zero programming knowledge also, they can get updated, right? This Python, and they can get command on that and they can crack that interviews, right? That's what all the things you are, everything will be giving as part of our course, right? So if there are no other queries, then I'll sign off for today. Meet you on Monday, right, at 10 o'clock. Right? Thank you all for your time.
That's right.